Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Callie from Utah State Extension in Box Elder County, and we are so happy to have the fair over. It was an amazing fair this year, such a great experience for us in the office as well as hopefully you guys had as youth and parents. So a few weeks ago, or I guess now that we are done with the fair, we dive right into the dreaded portfolio and the record book area. So I'm trying to make this a little bit smoother and easier transition for everybody. So that's why I'm doing these online trainings. So today we're going to talk about the portfolio in general. And in our county we have two options for record books. We often use record books as an umbrella term, but this is what the record book is in our county. It's the yellow sheet if you've got livestock or poultry, blue if you've got horses, and we also have a small animal one. So this is the record book. We're not going to be talking about this because we highly encourage doing the portfolio. So I'll walk you step by step through each of the sections in our portfolios, and if you have any questions as you're watching this, if you're watching this on Facebook, write your questions in the comments, or you can contact me directly. I can provide my contact information at the end of these portfolio trainings. So let's dive right in. So in our portfolio, we've got section 1. Section 1 is going to talk about our project and our category. So that's going to be our project area will be our lambs or our arts and crafts or our rabbits, anything with our project. This section you'll have multiple sheets if you have multiple projects. So for example, if you have a market lamb project, you'll have a sheet for your market lamb project. If you show a horse as well, you have additional sheet for your horse, and so on and so forth, depending on how many project areas you have. When we talk about our size and scope, this is where you're going to put all your inventory, your expenses, your feed costs, and your income. This is kind of your basic spreadsheet, your table where you see your whole project throughout the year. Utah 4-H has got a great website for portfolios, and they've got some amazing examples that you guys can go use as a reference, and I can post those in a follow-up video on how to find those. But they have some really good examples for all species and all different types of projects. Knowledge and skills learned, this is going to be on the back page of section 1, and it's kind of confusing. A lot of people get this mixed up. So knowledge learned is what is up in your head. We store all of our knowledge up there, so it's something that you read from a book or you learned as a knowledge-based thing. Your skills are going to be like, I learned how to clip my lamb, or I rolled homemade egg noodles, and this is the proper technique how to do that, if that gives you some good ideas. So that goes on the back part of section 1. Knowledge and skills, when I have judged in the past, there's been supplemental things such as goals, or my lamb's name is Freddie, that type of thing. We don't want to put that information in knowledge and skills learned section. We want to save that for our story at the end of our portfolio. So just in this section, make sure that you write knowledge learned and skills gained. Okay, I was saying before, section 1, you're going to have lots of different projects. If you do have lots of different projects, this is where you're going to add your section dividers. So you're going to list it project and category. So project area, for example, is going to be plants and animals, and the category is going to be dogs. You also might have a plants and animals. Your category is going to be lambs. You list the project area first, and then you list the category. And then you make sure that these are all divided correctly in your section 1. And when you're organizing your section 1, you want to make sure that your most prominent project is first. So if you show lambs in your Die Hard lamb shower, let's put that one first. And you occasionally put indoor exhibits in, or you bake a cake, you want to put that second. So always list your best and most prominent category first. Alright? Okay, section 2. This one's a really fun thing. Something that I always stress is always stay consistent. So in section 2, it's going to be your 4-H experience and activities. So this is only 4-H experiences and activities. So if you go to a 4-H club meeting and you learned how to mix muffin mix, that is a 4-H experience. And it was your local club. So therefore you would write, today I met with my 4-H club and we learned how to mix muffins. And so then I would put the date correctly, how it's listed up on the screen. And then I would make sure that I would put L in the level column. The dates that I've listed, it doesn't have to be specifically the dash. We just want it to be consistent. And as we progress through these sections, I'll give you some more examples of what being consistent is. In this section, it's also important that you always list that it is a 4-H project. So I went with the 4-H Teen Council to McDonald's to celebrate a birthday party. Or I went with the 4-H Lamb Club and we walked our lambs. So you always want to make sure that you list 4-H in this section. Okay, so here are some examples. Type of experience or activity. So my Sweeby Dash 4-H club had a cookout, so that would be local. If we jump down toward Equestrian Park in Salt Lake City with 4-H club, I put that as local. Why wouldn't we put that at state? We left the county, it's in the state of Utah. We didn't do it as a state, we did it as a local group that we went to an out-of-county equestrian park. So on the top part, it always has got 4-H listed in your experience or activities. No, we don't want you to just write meetings, and we want you to expand a little bit more. Right here it says 4-H service project, picking up trash on the road. Why wouldn't we list that in this activity or in this section? Because we've got a specific one for community service that we list that item in. So you can kind of see the differences between this, the good example and the bad example for section 2. Alright, section 3. So again, just stay consistent within your dates. We like to see them all dashed, or they're all a backslash, or just make sure they're consistent. Like section 2, section 3 is going to ask for a date and the level of your project. This is only for 4-H entries, awards, and recognition. So again, this is for only 4-H entries, awards, and recognition. So you're going to list Box Elder County Fair, Box Elder Junior Livestock Show, Utah 4-H State Contest. You want to make sure that you're making listing it in a good description. No, we don't want BEJL. In Box Elder County, most of us probably know what that is, Box Elder Junior Livestock Show. But when we send these to state or someone that isn't familiar with livestock shows, they might think, what the heck is that? So please do not list or put acronyms, and make it very simple. We want a full description of our contest names. Okay, here is an example of what our sheet should look like. Right here on our dates are consistent. We've added the slash. We've added a specific day. That's completely fine. We just want to make it have that overall appeal and consistency. We go to our name of contest. We did the Box Elder County Junior Livestock Show. The Sweetie Dash 4-H Club Cupcake Wars. We're listing it completely. We're listing a complete good description. In our project or our exhibit item, I showed a market stare. I received a purple ribbon. This is the value of it. And that was at the county level. So just make sure that these are all consistent. Befitting and showmanship, we took third and I got a chair. And the value of that chair is $25. Sorry, there is a misspelling. Don't do that. We want to make sure that it's nice. Okay, for my cupcakes that I made, I got first place and I won a trophy. I don't really know what the value is, but I put something in there so I don't have a blank section. Alright, so we're going to move to the next one of the bad example. So you can see that my dates aren't consistent. I've kind of done whatever as I progressed. My font sizes are different. And right here, what's wrong? I really wanted to bold that because I love shooting sports and I wanted the judges to see that I did so well. Nope, we want them to be consistent and just have that overall appeal. So this is good, not so good. I'm going to pause this and end this specific training on section 3, and we will jump to section 4 in the next video. If you have any questions from section 1 to section 3, please comment below and I will try my best to answer those questions. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.